Hello and welcome to our live session for current students from Technical University Sofia and also a university representative. I am Stephanie Tikandelova, Marketing Manager at Inter HECS. If you have any questions regarding the entry requirements, the universities, the specialty, or just living in Bulgaria and in Sofia, feel free to ask them in the discussion box below the video. The last 15 minutes are dedicated to answering your questions. Hello everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Can you please introduce yourself and the university?
I have the pleasure to be invited here in this discussion to present the Technical University of Sofia. My name is Milka Vicheva. I'm professor and I'm the dean of the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering in our university. Our university is the greatest technical university in this country. It has 70 years history and it has traditions in training, in education, in high quality systems and in European standards. We have bachelor, master degrees and PhD degrees, not only in Bulgarian, but various in English language. And our university offers to foreign students good quality for education, good equipment in laboratory work, lectures and seminars rooms, and also our students can use a modern library and can use accommodation in the city, student city, which is in the 5 minutes walk from the buildings of the university, and also the sport halls in pooling, swimming pool and tennis courts. So I'd like at first to say some words about bachelor and master degrees, which we teach in English language, and because there are a variety, I will read it because I'm afraid I can mention some of them. So in bachelor degree we have industrial engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, mechatronic systems, logistic engineering, electronic engineering, telecommunication engineering, computer science, aeronautical engineering. For master degree we have industrial engineering, business computing, electronic management, enterprise resource planning, mechanical engineering, mechatronic systems, logistic engineering, computer science, aeronautical engineering, innovative communication, technologies and entrepreneurship. And about all these bachelor degrees programs, for 4 of these programs we have accreditation by FEANI. FEANI means European Federation for European National Engineering Associations. And if our students finished these 4 bachelor degrees, these are mechanical engineering, mechatronic systems, logistic engineering, and electrical engineering. They can apply for the title of being a European engineer. This gives them benefits to apply for good position in European companies. Also, through the Erasmus Plus program, our students can move to another countries in European Union and spend 1 semester studying or make their internship or prepare their final year, a final diploma project. And all diplomas in our university are recognized in the European Union. So when finishing, our students can continue their education in master or PhD degree in any other country in European Union. About the tuition fees. Tuition fees are 3,000 euro per year, and they have to pay the half of this tuition fee at the beginning of each semester. For students which has double citizens passport, they can pay the half of this amount. And about the academic year, starting the academic year is on for bachelor degree is on 25th of September. For master degree is at 16th of October. And the applicants can apply for our university through their secondary school diploma, and they can start filling their application forms and submitting their documents at 24th of April. And the deadline for bachelor degree applicant is at 29th of September. For master degree is 20 of December. About accommodation, our university offers in student city dormitory, and the fee is about 30 or 40 euros per month. Well, I will stay on your responsibility.
Okay, so yeah, that's quite cheap, the student dormitory. Can you please actually tell me what are the countries that Technical University Sofia has partnership with? Where can students go for Erasmus plus?
Actually, these are all countries from European Union. We have good relations with Germany, with Netherlands, with Czech Republic, with Slovakia, with United Kingdom. In fact, these are all countries from European Union.
And I've heard that there were several quite interesting projects. First, that Mercedes-Benz work with the university.
Well, we have good relationships and collaborations with great companies in European Union, like Mercedes-Benz, like Daimler, like Ericsson, like Microsoft, in all areas of our education. And it's a good opportunity for our university.
Yes, I've heard that students build a car for Formula One.
Yes, this is a project between two faculties, mechanical faculty and transport faculty, to build a car, and they present it into Formula One.
Nice. So, guys, tell me about yourself. What do you study? Why did you decide to come to Bulgaria?
My name is Tayan Shatakan Kılıçlı. This is my second year in Bulgaria. I'm studying mechatronic systems in mechanical faculty.
Bachelor.
Bachelor, yes. So I decided to study in Bulgaria more than 2.5 years, and decided to make a search on universities, not only in Bulgaria, but also in Europe. I checked Czech Republic as well, I checked Germany, I checked England. But I decided to study in Bulgaria because I think it offers a good education level for engineers. And we are, as my dean said, we will be able to get our European engineering, we will be registered as a European engineer. So I came from Istanbul, Turkey, which is really close to here. By bus, it takes 8 hours. I can go whenever I want back, or come to finish my studies. I think it's a good opportunity for me to be close to my hometown and also be able to have European diploma and European associate engineer.
Is it hard to get into a Turkish university?
It is hard to get into a Turkish university in your hometown, especially if you're living in a crowded city like me in Istanbul. To have a proper place in a university, you need to study really hard. I mean, for me, mechatronics engineering, I had to have the same points as a doctor, student. So that's why I choose to come here. And if you actually go to private universities in Turkey, they are the same price as living and university tuition fee included here. So you just
Here
pay
it's
there.
much
Yeah,
cheaper.
it's less cheaper for university and living.
So what were your reasons to moving to Bulgaria? And what do you study as well?
First, my name is Panagiotis Apostolidis. I'm coming from Greece. I'm on my second course from computer engineering in bachelor degree. The reason that I decided to move in Bulgaria is but I wanted just to meet new people, and I knew from the beginning that Bulgaria is a city which a country, especially Sofia. It's a city which I can be a good engineer because I just saw before in the internet and I just searched about it, like the topics and things which I can study about that. And yeah, actually, it's a good opportunity for everyone, in my opinion, to just come here in Bulgaria and have a good study.
Does it last 4 years?
Yeah.
And it's entirely in English?
Yeah, entirely in English, yeah.
Okay. Yes, what about you?
Thanks for inviting me. My name is Siddiq Mohammad Abubakar, and I'm from Bangladesh, and I'm studying masters in ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. So the reason I've chosen Bulgaria because of I have two choices. I would like to study Enterprise Resource Planning, and I figured out that there are two countries that studying, that actually teaching the Enterprise Resource Planning. That is one Sweden, another is Bulgaria. And the Enterprise Resource Planning in Bulgaria, they're actually, the whole program actually conducted by Coca-Cola Helnik. That is the most important thing. And another thing is the Erasmus program, and which is quite excited for each and every students, because they always have the dream to attend the Erasmus program. And the reason behind I've chosen the Bulgaria is also a reason the quite cheaper enough study, the tuition fees and the living costs, expenses for each and everything. The total, I've chosen the Bulgaria because of that. Our prime minister, he's also promoting Bulgaria for the higher education as well. That is also an exciting thing. She also visited Bulgaria last year in March, and she's personally promoting Bulgaria. So that's why we have learned a lot. So that's why I'm here.
Nice. And about Erasmus, have you already took part of it or not yet?
No, because this is now the second semester. After finishing it,
Okay.
then I'll be eligible for the Erasmus program in the summer.
And so what about you guys?
We didn't start yet. We didn't start yet an Erasmus program, but we're thinking. In my case, I'm thinking to start in England one, just for a semester to see how it is and see how the studies.
When do people go for Erasmus semester? In their
Excuse
second?
me?
When do students usually go for a semester
I
abroad?
can say, in my opinion, I think people are decided to go in Erasmus program on the second year, third year, something like that, because they need at least a year to see, just to install themselves in that city, to see how the life is, and then to check if they're eligible or
Yes,
for that. Yeah.
of course. Yeah. What about you?
I've attended one Erasmus Plus program so far. It was in my first year actually. It was a summer project. It's a Erasmus Plus. It's an internship for 3 months. So we went to England with my one of my colleagues here, and we participate in a multicultural working environment. That this company that we went is actually dealing with high school Erasmus students, and we were placing them into their intern places. I think it's a great program, and I think our university is really great that we have so much opportunities about Erasmus Plus and Erasmus education program. You can actually even not only to European countries, but you can also go to Turkey as well with with Erasmus program. So I think it's a really good opportunity to have this in our university.
And yeah, that's nice. What did you do throughout your internship in England?
We worked in a company which is placing European Erasmus students, but they're from high school, and we were welcoming them from their company, mostly Italia, Poland, these kind of countries, European countries, Greece. We were welcoming them from the airport and placing them into their internship place. Let's say they were studying gastronomy in high school. When we were placing them into restaurants, I think it's really good for for them and us that we see them in a multicultural environment. An Italian high school student can participate in an Indian restaurant in England. I think it's really great to have programs like that.
Was it paid or you had to?
We had some money from the European Union about this program. If I'm not wrong, it was about 3,000 euro or 2,000 euro for 3 months. So I think, in my opinion, if you know how to spend the money, it will be enough for both plane tickets and your expenses during the program.
And there are several companies you can choose from where to go for an internship, or you choose it yourself?
Well, I think our program, Erasmus Plus, was a specific program, and not many companies participate in that. But as far as I know, we were able to choose between England, which is the student company. They also have agencies over here as well to welcome students from all over the Europe back to here. Also, we were able to go to Spain for a manufacturing company, and we want to do that next year, if possible.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, thank you.
So, what do you study, guys, now? What are the subjects? What can you do after you graduate?
I'm studying mechatronics systems, which is a we can say multi-engineering tool. We study electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, computer science. We study lots of things. And I think it's good because, you know, when we are building a plane, let's say, if you work with one engineer, it's going to be hard for him to make the electrical connections and computer software. It's hard for one person to do that. So what we do is we actually manage everything in such a way that it's more efficient for companies. That mechatronic systems was born for that efficiency.
What degree do you obtain at the end?
We are engineers, but our name is mechatronic systems. We are mechatronic systems engineer.
And what subject did you learn in, like, the first year, second year? What was probably the subject that inspired you the most?
I can say right now I'm studying hydraulics and pneumatics. I think it's really good, you know, how we can make computers move physical objects in such a way, changing our lives, like planes, these kind of stuff. I really like where it includes the software and mechanical part, which we do that every time in our lectures. We studied also AutoCAD designing, computer-aided designs. I think it's a really good lecture for any it's a must for an engineer to design a mechanical part in a computer-aided system to have efficiency.
What about
As I mentioned before, I'm still on computer engineering department. We had a majority of subjects such as computer programming. We had some theory of electrical engineering. We had some, basically, my faculty is based in mathematics, I can say, the most. And we have a lot of lectures in hardware engineering as well. I can say that we had also, let me mention, CAD systems, and I'm honored, to say that his dean he was a professor of mine, and yeah, I can say that my favorite part of this faculty is that you are getting, as he's doing, a majority of knowledge. You're taking from each aspect something. So it might be good for you because you might in the end have some general knowledge about everything, and then you can focus on something which you love and like the most. Yeah.
Why would you choose computer engineering over mechatronic systems?
I'll tell you exactly now. I used to be an Apple developer in the past, and I loved programming, and I loved focusing in the software part, and that made me love something special. In his place is something different. I mean, he's not only about programming. He's about, as he said, about airplanes and things like that. So depends on what you need, what you want.
Yes.
As I told you earlier, that I'm now studying the master's in enterprise resource planning. So after completing my graduation, I have the plan to start an IT firm because it's quite important, for the IT guys, to deal with the IT factors and things. And I have two colleagues, as I told you, that they are from SAP, and another guy they are from Coca-Cola, and we would like to start an IT company. And we all actually discussed with our faculty, and they helped me a lot. So I'm quite excited about it.
What subjects do you study? How would they help you to build a company?
To start a company, broader things we need to deal with. I want to start an IT company, I need to deal with the products, I need to deal with lots of things like the management and the human resource as well. So our faculty, they are actually, I told you that they are from Coca-Cola. They have lots of experiences, and I actually visited. I have that, I was so lucky enough that I visited Coca-Cola company, and over there I talked with the IT expertise and the financial management managers. I talked with them, and they told me to form a company, the financial things are not only a bigger things. You need to deal with, you need to know lots of things. You need to do in the management, in the human resource, you need to deal with lots of people. So yeah, at least you have. I've completed my graduation from English and also from the HR, human resources. And now I'm starting the ERP in enterprise resource planning. That is actually one software. You need to deal with the whole company. You need to manage a lot. So in here, I have heard in Bulgaria, they're actually famous for the IT things and the IT resource and outsourcing. So I'm quite excited about it. After my graduation, to start a IT firm. So I'm actually working for it.
Actually, one step before your studies, how did you prepare for Bulgaria? Did you take any preparatory courses? Also, was there an entrance exam? How was the situation?
No, I actually didn't attend for the entrance exam because I have a better score in my undergrad level. So I actually directly admitted in here with my undergrad score because I have that better score in my undergrad level, and I just placed my applications, and that's all.
Was there so there was no entrance test for your?
There is no actually entrance exam for the enterprise resource planning. Because if I have, because I had my minor in human resource management, so I placed my application and that's all.
did you find any subject hard that you think, yes, it would be nice to have some lessons, or do you think that just coming to the university is more than enough?
Everything is all right, but the thing is, which is quite exciting. I have found, like in the last semester, I did lots of presentations and also like the individual projects as well. So I have found one thing, that is the IT service management. That is quite harder course enough, because I don't have the engineering undergrad level. As I told you, like I did my graduation in English, so it's quite hard enough to understand those terms. But after all, like after did some presentations, my faculties, they actually did a lot for me to understand those technical terms. I think I have got the difficulties things, and now like I'm excited to take the challenge in second semester.
What about Bulgarian? Did you take any course in Bulgarian or?
All the things are like in English,
Mhm.
as I am like starting the masters under the English language faculty. So like no, like all the things are from in English.
Do you study Bulgarian during your semester or not?
No, actually, like I've been here like for the 4 months. So yeah, I have actually talked with our dean. Like I have the desire to learn the language as well. So in the next semester, he'll arrange for me
Okay, Bulgarian lessons. Okay.
Bulgarian language.
What about you guys?
All right. I had a year preparatory course about Bulgarian language combined with mathematics, physics, and as well as informatics. I can't say that it's something obligatory for everyone. I think that if you feel that you need a refresh about your knowledge or something, it's good for you. And it helps you a lot to enter to our university. It helps really a lot. Otherwise, I think you should bring great marks from your home country. And yeah.
What were the subjects for which you had an entrance exam?
The subjects? No, actually, I gave a document from the. I just went to Sofia University there. They had a department about language and preparation, and they gave you a document. So I gave that document, and then I just had English exams to prove that I'm good enough in English to participate on classes.
And if people don't take this preparatory course, do they have to sit an exam in informatics and physics or not?
I'm not quite sure because I wasn't in that place. I don't know.
Professor Vicheva, do you know about the entrance exams? Do people have to sit an exam in informatics and physics?
No, the application of students, of candidates, are only by the diploma from secondary school. But there is a great requirement. They need to have 62% rate above this rate for mathematics, physics, and informatics, according to their educational system in their country.
Okay. So I guess that these lessons were just helped you throughout your semester. Not that they were necessary, not that it was necessary to take this course, but it helped you a lot.
But excuse me,
Yes?
but for preparatory year, after they finish preparatory year, they have students have an exams in mathematics, physics, informatics, and English language. And when they pass successfully, they have been involved into first course in specialty which they have chosen.
Yes. What about you?
Well, I had to have the preparation year because my mathematics was 55 out of 100, like Professor Vicheva said. So we had to study mathematics, English. I mean, I could pass the other ones, but I just wanted to refresh myself, as he said. We studied English, informatics, mathematics, and physics. We studied about 6-7 months. I think I am really lucky to study that. Also, we studied some Bulgarian, which helped me a lot in the beginning. You know, you've come to the country, which is foreign language, and it really helps you to be prepared not only for the university but also the life in Bulgaria.
Does the university offer Bulgarian language course?
Yes, they do offer free Bulgarian lessons. It's not mandatory, but if you like to go, there is always a lecturer that's going to teach Bulgarian for you.
And how does your average day look like? When are your lectures? Do you have a lot of free time? How much do you study?
Well, it depends on the semester and the course you're studying, of course. Let me give you an example. This semester, I have most of my lectures are in the morning, starting from 7:30 till some of them are till 6, or some of them just till 10. So it's really flexible. You can't really say something exact about it, but I think there is no problem with going to school early in the morning. And have the rest of the day for you, for study or sport, whatever you do, if you have any hobby or something like that. I think it's great to have the lectures in the morning.
Are exams hard? Do you think you have to study really regularly and then it's hard to pass an exam? Or do you think that if you study regularly, it's just fine to pass it?
Well, I think I can say about the exams, if you study, everything is easy. Without studying, you can't achieve anything in your life, not only in exams, but to become someone, to be in somewhere, you need to always study. Also, we're engineers. We should always have the knowledge, the newest knowledge, apart from the school.
Yes.
I think engineering is what I love. After I go home, I check internet for new kind of engineering methods and stuff. I think that's how everyone should do. And if you do that, you will be successful in your life and your university life as well.
So even though, if you study, you would say you have enough free time for yourself, for your hobbies?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
If you just study 1 or 2 hours, not more than that. If you study intensely by knowing what you read, not just reading stuff, you will be successful.
How many people are there in your year?
I have 20 mechatronics students, but we have common lectures like electrical engineering, hydraulics, or depending on the year, mechanical engineering. We have more or few students depending on the common lectures. So I can say an average of 20 mechatronics system student.
For the mechatronics, do you all go to the same lecture and to the same practical, or they split you in groups?
Because we are 20 people, it's okay to be in one group, but there were some semester that we need to be separated. Let's say in English, we have this group of 10 people, and the other 10 is on the next lecture, to have a more intense lecture communication between the tutor and the students.
And how many exams do you have per semester?
Well, it also depends on the semester, but around 6, I can say.
They're written, or how does an exam look like?
Actually, 6 written exams, and we also have laboratory reports. Whenever we go to a laboratory, we need to fill a form, what we learned. And there are about 6 lab reports for every lecture, if there is a lab for that lecture. And we gave them in the end of the semester to the professor, and they also approve it and sign it.
So there are no oral exams?
I haven't
Okay.
been in an oral exam yet.
Okay. And what about you? How does your average day look like? Do you have a lot of lectures? Do you have a lot of time for yourself? How is it?
Well, not really. We have a lot of lectures actually, but depends from the day, from the week, and whatever. Because sometimes our schedule has some lectures or laboratories which are like a week, and the other week we do not have them. But as an average time, I can say we start from 9:30 and we can finish till 7:30 in the afternoon. But that's maybe may scare a lot of people, but it's not every day. It's happening. We have some lectures that might take more time for you to study, but this is again depends from the people, like from person. It might be for me like difficult or easier to take something.
But in general, do you have enough time do you have enough free time? Do you feel like that?
Well, Saturdays, Sundays, yes.
But
Yes.
throughout the week, yeah.
The other days, like a usual working day, for me, I don't think that it's a day that I can say that I have free time. Because after class, I'm tired. I don't want to do anything, and just going home.
And how are the exams? Hard? Not hard?
Depends again.
Yeah.
Depends. It's like sometimes it's hard, sometimes some other times are easy, but depends
Yes.
from the lectures.
How are they written? Are they on the computer?
All of them
or-
are written, but some in some lectures maybe we have some practical parts, which might be made in computers. Yeah.
And what happens if you fail an exam?
If you fail in the exam, you have some opportunities to reapply for them, such as like when you finish an examination season, for example, you have the ability the next month to retake the exam, and if you don't pass, you have the ability to continue as well for the next season, which is in the next examination season, and again the September. Like you have a lot of ability.
Does this apply for you as
That's
well?
I think for everyone.
Well, from the last examination session, I can say we have the first main deal. I can say the main exam. We go there. If we fail means less than 3 out of 6. We have the opportunity to have the same lecture exam in a different form after 2 weeks, if I can say. So they
if
are.
you fail the next one as well?
Yes, the next one is really close, and I think 2 weeks is a good time to pull yourself together and study for the exam. And if you do fail that one as well, there are more in September or in June or July, if I'm not wrong. Yes. One thing to be keep in mind: if you have more than 4, if I'm not wrong, 4 failed exams, you can't stay in the dormitory, the university dormitory.
So I was expecting to say you get expelled, but you don't.
No,
Okay.
nothing like that.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
So you just can't stay in the dormitory.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can stay.
And do you also have this thing about collecting signatures from the professors?
It's
What
it's
is
not
it?
anymore. It doesn't
Oh.
exist anymore. We used to have a knижка. It's like a student book
Yes.
where you need to sign, get signature from lecturers for your every lecture. But we have the electronical system right now, and it is working properly.
How
We
do
don't
they
need
take
the-
attendance of the students?
Excuse me.
How do they mark that somebody has attended the lecture?
They have lists. Every professor has a list, and when you come to the class, you just
They call out
present
your name.
yourself,
Okay.
and you get a mark.
Yeah, what about you?
Could
You still
please-
collect signatures from the professors, or?
No, not
Okay.
so. We stopped doing that like half a year ago.
Okay, so it's easier now.
It's easier, yeah, but like depends from the faculty. Like in our faculties, things are different. Like as he said, for 4 signatures, for taking exams, you might not be able to stay anymore in the dormitory. But in our faculty, you pause your studies for 4 and more at taking exams.
So it depends.
It
on the
depends
fac-
from faculties, yeah.
Also, I think, if I'm not wrong, in electrical faculty, they still have the signature system.
But probably they'll
They will
improve
upgrade
with-
it
Yeah.
soon,
So
yes.
yeah. Okay. And how many people are there in your year?
On my class, I have not so many people. Like I can say, like we are 12 registered people.
Everyone who studies computer engineering in English, are there 12 in total?
Yeah, 12 in total.
Okay. So it's nice that you keep in touch with the professors. Is it necessary that they split you in groups, or you all
No,
go to?
we're not split at all. We're not split at all. We just all of us.
Where
being
do
together.
people usually come from?
We have a variety of nationalities. on our class. I have one more colleague from Greece, and I have from Turkey, I have from Lebanon, I have from Iraq, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Well, nice. What about you?
Actually, the thing is, in our master's program, we need to study a lot. The thing is, our class usually starts from 6:30 in the evening, and that will end into 8 p.m. And the thing is, we need to actually, we have lots of time actually for study. And I can share you my last semester experience, though I have passed only one semester. That is, we actually did lots of presentations and also some like individual projects. Those are quite practical, and our faculties actually helped a lot with that. And as I'm an international student, and like I have 3 more colleagues with me. They're also from Bangladesh, and they are actually quite experienced. They're from SAP, and I actually don't have any working experience. So in our class, there are like 30 students. They are actually from different companies, and in our master's program, attendance is not that much necessary, but like you need to actually attend the like presentation days. You need to present it well, and we need to actually communicate with the faculties with the individual projects. That's all actually happening in our master's program.
So you don't have that much free time.
Yeah, we have like free times with our other studies, because we need to actually need to study a lot because of the practical knowledge we need to take. And our course is quite like practical things we need to deal with. And we have like we had some privilege to actually visit some companies as well. So more or less I can say you that it's quite practical course. It's quite technical as well. So I actually thoroughly like it, because another semester actually starts, second semester. So that will be exciting.
How many exams do you usually have?
We actually, last semester we had 6 courses. And for the 6 courses, we have actually 5 exams. And for the another course, we had actually like only the presentation part. And in this semester, I've also taken 6 courses as well. And for the 6 courses, after the semester, we also have the 6 exams as well. And also one individual project we need to submit. And the things are like, the exam is quite easier enough, because those are quite practical. And the practical things actually we need to deal with. So in the examinations, like in the first semester, what I did, like I scored well, because I had some practical based knowledge with that, and I studied a lot with it, because the semester that is quite hard enough for me. And though it's open free courses I have taken, the open credits I have taken, like in this second semester, I think the semester will be quite flexible enough, because those courses quite familiar for me, because I did some courses in my undergrad level. So I'm just looking forward to it.
What degree do you obtain at the end?
I actually, in undergrad level,
No, like now, master's degree, do you...
master's degree.
Yes, okay, but not like engineer or something, just...
Yeah, it's actually master's in engineering,
Oh, okay.
and that is the course name is Enterprise Resource Planning. But from the next semester in October, the course name will be changed, because
What will be the name?
that will be like IT for like IT for the organization.
Okay.
That will be the course name, because enterprise resource planning is quite specific. Whatever I have discussed with our faculty, they're going to change the master's program name, because ERP is quite specific, but they're going to change the name because they want to include some other things, because whatever they are teaching, that is not like enough for the students, because they need to add with the more like broader things which the students need to actually teach. And then these students need to learn.
Well, they're improving everything, so it's nice to know that. So let's leave the university aside. Like, how do you find Sofia? Like, where do you live? Yeah, how do you like Sofia? What do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I actually usually I hang around with my friends, with my other colleagues, and hang around in like in Vitosha Mountain. I have like visited with my colleagues and some other places. Like I have the plan to actually to go. There's another mountain called Vorvest.
The Rodopi Mountain?
Vorvest.
Ah, Borovets. Yeah,
Uh,
it's a winter ski resort in Bulgaria.
that is quite exciting place. I'm looking forward to it. And like usually in free time, I visited like in some museums with my friends because those are the things we need to know because we don't have that much museums back in Bangladesh. So whatever I've visited, like and whatever I've heard from Sofia, there are lots of museums in here. So I'm quite excited about the museums because I have that much desire to know about what the things are in the museum because we all curious about it.
Did you experience any culture shock?
No, not that much.
What's different in comparison to Bangladesh, except museums, apparently? Everything?
Back in Bangladesh, like all the things are like not that much organized. Whatever I've found, like whatever I've seen in the internet, like in Sofia museums, they are quite organized. They have some specific things like we need to know as a student, as a foreigners, we need to know. So I have found like the museums are quite well organized, which a museum should be, and I'm looking forward to it. Like
What about food? Like, is it very
I
different?
just love Bulgarian food.
You love it.
I love it totally,
Nice.
especially the burgers.
And do you live in a private apartment or in the student dormitory? of the
I'm living in
technical
block
university?
3 in student dormitory.
Okay.
Like
And how much does it cost per month?
per month, I've paid like 75 euros. It's quite
Okay.
cheaper enough for me,
It includes bills and everything.
including everything.
Was it easy to get a place in the student dormitory?
Yeah, it's easier enough. Like you need to actually inform it to your faculty and also your dean. And I've informed it like I need dormitory because outside I can afford it. So our faculty is that much friendly. He organized it very well.
And you live with another student in the same
Yeah, I
room?
have 4 colleagues with me. They are also from Bangladesh,
Yes.
and they are also living with me
You
in one
live
place.
4 people in the same apartment?
In the same apartment we are
Okay.
living in.
And you?
Right.
Where do you live in Sofia?
I live in Student City.
Student dormitory or
No, it's in a
private part?
private part, yeah.
How much does it cost per month?
It costs me 250 euros per month and 50 euros more. No, I'm sorry, it's 25 more euros, which is about the bills and like the block bills.
Okay. And like,
Extra.
was it easy to find an apartment in Sofia?
Actually, like I used to live in the center before, and it was quite hard for me to move back in university. But it wasn't that difficult. It's easy, but it depends from your value. I mean, how much money are you willing to give?
Spend on that. And what do you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I love actually one of my. Let's talk about indoor hobbies. I love making cinematic films and programming. And about outdoor like hobbies, I can say being with my friends outside, discuss about some things like how's life today, and going to cinema theaters. There is a lot of, let's say, we have 4G movies here in Bulgaria. We have things which I have never seen in my life. And I love also going to like some, let's say, events with about cultural events, let's say.
And did you experience any culture shock?
No.
No.
I can't say that I experienced something like that.
What about you?
Well, there's a lot to be said about Bulgarian life. I'm just gonna go on topics. Food. Okay. You will find any kind of food especially if you're living in a country, free country like America or England. You will have most of the chains over here as well, but also the local food, like local restaurants called kishtas, they're gonna offer you great meals, great meats, man. They're really good. About things to do with friends, I can say you can, go to pool, dart, bowling. These are really easy to access if you're a student in a student town. Basic general things. I really like to do that. Going out to parties in student holidays and stuff. These are, fun group activities. One culture shock that I had because I visited US and England. The most weird thing about Bulgaria is it's how the staff is responding to the clients. In US or in England, they really pity. Oh yeah, if it's okay, is it okay? Yeah, should I change it? That doesn't exist in Bulgaria, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I have to say that because that was my biggest culture shock. Apart from that, every country, every culture has a difference. So other than that, everything is fine to live here. I live in a dorm. I pay about 60 euro, including bills. I live alone. I have like a small, tidy suite, studio apartment.
Were you applied for a private place, or you just happened to have no roommate?
I preferred to have a private room, and at that time there was an opportunity, so they put me in a place like that. To enroll in a dorm, it's really easy. It's the dorm management is in the university. You just go there and ask for a dorm, and you apply for
And it's
that.
really cheap.
Yeah.
Okay, so one student is asking, were there any English tests required, like TOEFL or IELTS?
We had an equivalent test for that in the preparation year. And I think if you have a basic knowledge of English, you will be able to pass that. But apart from that, I think they accept TOEFL, if I'm not wrong. I'm not quite sure about IELTS. But if you have a degree in TOEFL, you should be able to get it accepted over here as well.
So and without sitting an admission test in English?
Not for the English.
Yes.
I can't say for biology,
Mhm.
especially for the medical students.
Mhm.
As my professor said, you need to have 62% in your high school degrees to pass them without an exam.
And
If a student has make and submit some kind of certificate in TOEFL, SAT, CAE, he cannot pass such an exam in English. He's
but
free.
is there if he or she shows the certificate, there is no need to sit an English test?
Yes.
Mhm.
If they show this test, this certificate, they don't need to make a test.
And what about if you graduate in English, your bachelor degree, do you have to sit an English test, or is it enough that you have completed your bachelor's degree in English?
If the education is in English,
Yes.
then the certificate is necessary, or the exam
Okay, so
to be involved
how was it
into
for you?
education.
Did you present any certificate?
Yes, I have presented one certificate that is actually prescribed by my university where I have completed my graduation. That is medium of instruction.
So it was not like TOEFL, it was rather that you studied in English, so you
Yes,
speak
because
English.
I have completed my graduation. That is actually 4 years undergrad level.
Mhm.
That is actually complete in English, the medium of instruction, and with it I have submitted my certificate, the medium of instruction certificate, and that's all.
Okay. So I have two last questions for you.
Yeah.
One of them is Do you have any advice for future students?
For the future students, I would like to advise, like, if you have a better choice to actually study in higher education in foreign countries, you should have studied Bulgaria because of one reason, that is, they are providing higher education, they are providing the skilled education, which you really want, the practical based knowledge. That is actually important because of, like, from the other foreign countries. If I'm going to compare it with Bulgaria, like from the other foreign countries, that is, they're providing the skilled education, which is quite important nowadays, and also, like, financial factors. Those are actually you need to keep in mind. So, like, that's what I've chosen, and that's why I'm here. So, as a student in Bulgaria, I must say, like, you should have, like, select Bulgaria for the higher education. Like, it's quite important. Like, they're providing the skill-based education, and nowadays in this like that is a time for globalization. And if you want, like, the skill-based education and the practical-based knowledge, Bulgaria is the best choice.
What would you advise future students? Yeah.
Okay, my advice in the first place is they have to be calm because the things are not so hard as it might look like. And you don't need some special skills, let's say. It's good if you have from the beginning, like from before, if you was from your childhood years, like if you had some experiences with something or you made the research about your studies. It's good, it helps, but it's not necessary. And that's why we're going to universities and to study and things like that. Yeah. And my other advice is, yeah, financial. Financial is also a basic thing. Bulgaria, the good thing with Bulgaria is that almost everything is cheap here. So you can adjust your value of money, how much you have with you, and deal with it.
Yes, of course.
For the PhD program as well, like, if you want to study furthermore in the future, like for the PhD program, you can also select Bulgaria, because I've known, like, 10 of my senior brothers. They have also completed the PhD program from Technical University of Sofia in 1988.
Wow.
So I have the plan, like, after the master's program, to do the PhD program in IT sectors.
There is in English PhD.
There is obviously in English, because of, like, that is actually 5 years program you need to deal with, and that is also help for me to study furthermore. Like, if I want to study with my master program, which I'm studying, like the enterprise resource planning, and they also have the PhD program as well, so that will be exciting.
And yes, what would you advise future students?
My advice will be a bit harsh for students. If you never been abroad or never lived apart from your family, good, do that. Come to Bulgaria and learn how to live apart from anybody else. Like, strict yourself from anything that is attached to you, and come here and learn how to live the life. Bulgaria is a Balkan country, and you have to mostly do your own stuff. And I think it's good for us to prepare us into real life. You know, dealing with stuff like getting visa, getting that certificates and other stuff. I think it's a good good experience, because in the future work life of ours, there's nothing gonna be fun in the work, to be honest, right? And we need to know how to deal with this stressful stuff. I'm not saying Bulgaria is all of stress, but you know, having these difficulties in the beginning of your life gonna make you a stronger person in the second part of your life. And I didn't have anyone to talk to me about it, so that's why actually I attended this course. And no, if I had a second choice, I would come here definitely. I think I made the right choice.
It's nice to hear that, and the advice is right in place. Because he mentioned what he wants to do after he graduates. So what do you want to do? Like, we both want to do.
Well, apart from university, since 1 year, I have one company in Turkey, Also, we have the one leg of the company here in Bulgaria as well. We work with Bulgarian companies. It's an IT company. And I think I'm gonna keep my business growing in not also in Bulgaria but also in Europe. And I think Bulgaria is a way for me to do that. You know, I'm gonna probably go on and study masters here, most probably PhD here, and that's for me opportunity to keep my studies and have my business with me as well. You don't have to have your own business, but also in Bulgaria there are many companies, many IT companies, many call centers that you can work while you study, or you know, after you finish your studies, while you're having your masters, you can interview with companies and you can stay here as well. Bulgaria is not just a country to study for me, but also a home and, you know, a business opportunity for me as well.
Nice. Yes. What about you?
After my studies, I'm thinking to start a master degree in States, as well as finishing, as like when I'm graduating also about that. I'm thinking to start my own company about software engineering in the States. And that's how I'm thinking my future for now.
So I wish you good luck with all of your plans, guys, and the exams, of course. Thank you a lot for your participation. If you wish to apply at any Bulgarian university, do not hesitate to contact Inter HECS Study in Bulgaria. And you can also meet us and meet our team in the following months in London, Birmingham, Manchester, and Berlin, where even a university representative from Technical University Sofia will be there to talk to you about all specialties at the university.